Then let's begin with some character introductions. Dylan, start.
Oh, okay. I am Howard Walker, still the Super Doctor. Main things is I ran away from England to avoid the war, took most of the family fortune with me, made it as a doctor in America, and now I basically work at a hospital and work along these lots, and I make lots of money.
Only from the last mission, really.
Yeah. My income is still I got like an income roll of 9 or something. Or 10.
Moving on to Connor.
I'm Lazarus M. Vale. I was originally from Chicago, Illinois, to a rich family that cut me off after I finished my degree, and then I couldn't find a job, and my only hope was to turn to the mob, who then sent me to Boston, where I met a whole bunch of people, and wibbly things started to happen.
They did.
I helped him out of a jam.
No, you helped him out of a bed, I think, at one point.
What?
What? No, I got shot, and he had...
No, he shot the bed. That killed the bed, surely.
Oh, yeah, I did. I killed the bed.
Okay, Snoopy.
I'm Benny. Benny Fitz. Yes, my mother and my father hated me because of that name. I am an ex-soldier who is an ex-soldier because I punched an officer. I really didn't like him. Because of that, you guessed it, I am an ex-soldier.
And finally, the new person. Noah, are you here? Great! We shall resolve downtime while we wait for Noah's come back then. I thought he was here.
Choice just for him as well.
That was what. Oh yeah, it was so that he'd know who people were.
I think he's listened to our sessions.
Still, it would be help. You know.
Oh no, he heard it. It's all right.
Well, okay, fine. Apparently he's having problems with his microphone. So we'll resolve some downtime, and at some stage he'll come back and introduce himself. So it has been 10 weeks since the last session. 2 weeks of which poor Benny has spent in hospital. Thankfully, since it was very similar to your last treatment, there's no real complications. Bullets is removed, and you're patched up. And other than a couple of scars you've now got on that left leg of yours, everything looks okay.
Very round scars.
You kept your observation, but you have most of the 10 weeks available if you want to go and improve yourself. So what are you going to be doing in your downtime for those 10 weeks?
I guess I'm going to spend 4 of them. I'm going to try and go and see a therapist, because I've seen some shit.
Okay, so you're going to try and go a psychologist and just, get a general checkup. Okay. It is a month you have to spend doing that, so, 4 weeks. Okay.
That's fine.
So let's see how those sessions go, shall we?
Critical fail is going to be a critical fail.
Don't say that.
Okay. You don't feel the sessions are helping you all that much, but it's nice to get these things out into the open occasionally. You can gain 1 sanity back.
But it's time well spent. Well, I couldn't walk anyway.
Well, yeah, sure. So what are you spending the other 6 weeks on?
I guess I'm going to try and be a bit more alert. I'm going to try and keep my eyes out of the bazaar. I'm going to try and make myself spot things a little bit better.
Again, you picked one that's a very odd one to try and improve in a real-life situation. But,
I know, I was going to say bird-watching is the first one.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's in the... I mean, I could get away with it sparring partner when we did dodge things, but okay, well, I'll let you have a go at that then. Make a spot hidden check.
That's a 42 against my... God, I've lost it. Against my 65, so it's a... under.
It's under, you don't learn anything new about spotting things.
Damn. Bird watching wasn't a good idea.
Nope, you couldn't even find a robin. Possibly because it's April and it's the wrong season for them, but
Hello.
Hello, Noah's here. Okay, now we can have Noah's character introduction.
Well, my name is Haon, Haon, Droft now. I'm a distant relative of the doctor here. I may have driven across country from California in my Buick because, well, let's just say the budding shipping business may have run into a slight error concerning a special delivery to well-armed people.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna stay away from the state for a while, and maybe hit up some old friends, suggest some business propositions that might get me out of trouble.
Hanging around with this group? That's not likely. But anyway, since you're a new character, you don't get any downtime before the session begins. But we'll just quickly resolve Dylan. No, Connor's at this point. We'll do Dylan last.
I was driving across the country.
Exactly.
I'll be right back then.
All right.
I'm
Bye,
gonna
Dylan.
spend. I'm gonna spend 8 of my 10 weeks in therapy trying to gain back some.
Okay, that pretty much will take up all your time, really, because you can't do anything in 2 weeks unless you've got specific things you're going to be reading, which I don't think you have any of the Cthulhu books, do you?
No, I don't.
Who actually has Corbett's diaries? Because I know they've sort of mysteriously vanished
Oh,
somewhere.
Sally does.
Yeah, and he's possibly dead. I think we discussed this last time as well.
Yep, Schrödinger Sally.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's possible for you to have grabbed those books if you wanted them.
No thanks. I think my sanity needs to recover or not get worse.
Aww. Okay, so you get 2 sessions with 2-month-long sessions with a psychiatrist. Okay, first one, second one. Okay. Again, you sort of cover all of the seeing dead bodies everywhere you go, the beds attacking you, all of the crazy things you've seen over the last 5 months.
Uh-huh.
You managed to gain 4 points of sanity back from that.
That was well worth it.
Well, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. And now we've got to wait for Dylan to come back, haven't we?
Yeah.
Darn Dylan's. It's annoying that I did him last because he was willing to go on getting the plot hook.
I need my cousin to come back so I can make a request.
I also need to find out what he's been doing on downtime.
That we do.
Ah, darn it.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Yes.
We won't wait for you too long. So, you have 10 weeks of downtime. What are you up to?
Well, I'm going to work and study the book again. Is that all I get to do?
If you want to study the book for that long, you can do. So, you can knock 10 weeks off of that book.
Right.
The Liber Ivernus. You've now basically nearly finished it, or at least all the bits that can be read.
Alright, so, yeah. So, I've still got another 6 weeks to go, right?
Yep, so hopefully if you survive the session, you'll have another 2 months of downtime, so you'll probably get it finished before the next one.
Whoa, I might get done to improve a skill.
You'll probably get,
If
you'll probably get Cthulhu Mythos.
It's alright, my max sanity's so
Okay.
low anyway.
During the 10 weeks where you've basically been studying the book, you receive a visitor.
Mm-hmm.
Noah! Hey, Matt!
I'm
Stop reading
coming.
your darn books!
Running all the way. I haven't got anything to sound like a door opening.
Hello, I'd like to talk to you about
Hello.
Jesus.
Have you heard the
Hi.
word? You may not know me, but you are one of my more famous relatives. My parents talked forever about you. You were just really popular with the family. They all said you're a great guy, and you
Well,
were
I
doing
can
really
tell
well
that's,
for yourself.
That's not true. I'm definitely not popular with my family.
Well, I'm sure you're just being, No, yeah, they said you're doing pretty well for yourself, and you've got a nice place here. I see. Well, you see, I've just driven in from California. It's taken me 10 weeks for some reason, and
Not all 10 weeks.
and I just thought we might be able to talk a little business. See, I've just started a company, and why don't we just continue this conversation inside?
Yeah, alright, let him in.
Yeah, he is your
Foolishly.
cousin, by the way. You have a cousin of his name.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not. He has the skill to possibly bluff into your house, but you do genuinely have a cousin.
Right. So, what are you thinking about here?
So, anyway,
So,
this
I
happens.
see you've closed the door.
Oh, go on.
Huh? What?
Go on, he said as he closed the door.
I see you closed the door, so, okay. I really have a favor to ask. I may have made a bit of a business error. Now, I'm not asking you to bail me out here. I just need a little assistance to not die.
No, I would show some out.
I can even help you out?
I'll help you out, yeah. That's what I was thinking. You help me and my friends out, then yeah, I'll send as much money as I can your way.
What do you know about exterminating blob monsters?
What do you and your friends do?
Well, we're in a bit of downtime at the moment, so I'll contact you as soon as we work out what's going on. You stayed somewhere?
I'm staying at the Hilton downtown.
Okay, I'll come by as soon as we work out what's going on.
Well, that's great. It's great to see you, cousin. Great to meet you, fine.
Alright, I'll show him out.
Okay.
Throw him out.
Right now, possibly. It's about a week later that Howard receives a letter. As these sessions always start with a letter.
Yep.
And that noise. For some reason.
Right, give me the letters then.
Okay. At first you don't recognise the name of the sender, but you vaguely recall that this was a friend of your father's some time ago.
Okay.
The letter is from a Mr. Rupert Merriweather, who says that he's currently ill within a hospital in Arkham, which is a small city north of Boston, and that he has a request to make of you. He remembers talking fondly about you with his father in times gone past, and he thinks that you would that he needs your help. He cannot do it himself. He will give you more details when you arrive. It's written in handwriting, but it seems almost scratchy and long-winded. Or it's very weak-handed, if that makes sense.
Right. Yep.
He says it is a matter of much urgency, and you should only bring people you trust. You trust on this. It is of a delicate matter, and I do not wish to discuss the details over letters. Please arrive as soon as you can in the Arkham main hospital, which I don't think is named actually. No, St Mary's Hospital. There it is.
Okay, so it's not Arkham Asylum we're going to.
No, it's not a sanatorium. It's a hospital, St Mary's.
Right.
There is an asylum in Arkham,
I imagine there would be.
and as well as a large university. And make it a occult roll actually for that, just for random knowledge.
Well, you want me to make an occult roll?
Make a random occult roll.
Oh, I'm going to fail this, but let's see what happens. What was occult by default?
I think occult by default is 5%.
Right, well, I got 59.
No, okay, so you know nothing about the specifics of the Miskatonic University in Arkham. But anyway, that's the letter. Now it's the case of do you trust any of the people you would normally bring for this?
Well, I mean, anyone, I'm going to definitely trust Lazarus and Benny by now, because I'm going to trust anyone with this sensitive stuff. It might as well be the two guys that I've fought things that shouldn't exist with. And I suppose because I do need to get some use out of him, I'll go ahead and bring Hohen along as well.
Hurrah! You would, of course, bring Debbie and all the other people, but Zelly might be dead.
They might be dead. What's marriage? Jim's out of
Jim
town.
Doherty's probably in Canada, stuck.
Wait, what?
That's Merge's character.
Yep.
Stuck in Canada. And little Debbie's
She's crying over a shotgun.
probably no, but I don't think she's crying over a shotgun. But she's got business concerns which she has to deal with. Farms being bought out by big business.
The P's don't make enough money.
Well, certainly not enough to keep the large corporations from taking over all the independent farms. Certainly,
And to keep it plain stored.
that too, I suppose. So,
Better not touch my plane.
what are you going to do, Howard? Ignore it and read the book for another 6 weeks.
Well, I told you I'm going to gather everyone up for those reasons. We'll meet at my house, I guess.
Okay. You receive phone calls and invitations to see Howard Hawker's estates.
What estates?
At his estate, wherever he lives.
Wow, what a posh...
What's your estate like, Dylan?
Estate,
geez, I
comma,
know this.
Boston.
Three stories.
Oh,
So bigger than the Fitzgerald mansion.
Is it bigger than Fitzgerald Mansion? Well, I thought that was 3 stories. Oh, no, it wasn't.
There was only 2.
It was 3 stories plus a basement.
Ah.
Right. I don't know. What should I describe my house as? It looks like a house.
Dun dun dun.
colonial style, brownstone.
I don't know what that means, so.
You haven't been leaving the book out, have you, out of your random interest?
Huh?
Where have you been storing the book?
I'm reading my room. Bedroom, study, whatever.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
We'll basically meet up in the dining room.
Well, fair enough. You're in his house.
Creak.
You don't need sound effects, guys.
You should fix your door, cousin.
Christ.
I need to wait for Jim to get back to look at that.
Give this place 10 years and it's going to be that same fucking mansion.
It will.
Well, as long as I'm here, it should stay relatively sane.
That's what the other bloke thought too.
Look, I haven't got any, like, giant blood monsters hiding in the basement, it's fine.
Yet.
Do you have any coffee?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need some coffee.
The talk of giant blood monsters confuses you somewhat, but
It would do, yeah. Alright, yeah, I called you today because, as you know, our friends are out of town and I got a little task we have to do here. Now, as far as payments, well, I have to do. Just hoping you guys would come along with me.
What's in it for us?
Jesus Christ, Dad, you're supposed to be my friend here. But,
Hold on,
alright.
hold on. Let's recount our friendship from the day one, shall we?
excellent.
Because this friendship has been the fucking rockiest mountain I've ever climbed.
I wasn't talking about you, I was talking about
knocked out
Lazarus
of a
here.
window to getting shot in the knee.
Hey, I know I'll show you.
Shot again.
I'm the one who fixed up your wound and failed to the second time, but...
It's true.
Well, I'm not sure what I can arrange payment-wise on the other side. It's from my father's friend, who I know is fairly wealthy, as a lot of my father's friends are. But if depends on what we can score, I'll definitely pay you some of my own personal money
Oh, very well.
for this mission.
Like I don't have money at the moment. I'm kind of feel bad about that.
All right, and yeah, you already know what your payment is, Owen.
You know I'm there for you, Howard.
Who is this guy?
He's a cousin of mine.
Just drove in from Beverly Hills.
No member of the family. I thought it might be useful if he comes along to see an old friend of the family. You might know him better than I do.
We can take my Buick.
Yeah, good point. He also has a car.
because he has a car.
All right.
How far away is Arkham?
It's about a 3-hour drive.
Is it
Right.
now?
It is now, because I just said it's a 3-hour drive.
I'm gonna check this on Google Maps.
Good luck finding a fictional town on my Google
There
Maps.
actually is an Arkham north of Boston, though.
Oh, carry on.
That's the funny thing. It's northwest.
Arkham
Wants us to
in...
be eaten by Cthulhu early.
Well,
It
he's,
says-
he's half insane. I'd ignore him anyway.
Oh, it's
We
two
swerved in the
two
truck,
hours and
right?
2 minutes. It's about 2 hours by car.
No, it's 3 hours, because I said it was 3 hours.
Fine.
1920s,
Slap you
our cars are
upside
shit.
That's fair. That is fair.
Slap
Our
you upside
cars
the
are
head.
shit.
Do not question the GM.
We're weighing the Buick down with 4 people here.
This is true.
Right.
Well,
Buick
if
is the finest in American transportation. But
we can strap
Can't do everything.
to the roof, so.
But there are 4 seats.
So? Roof is a good seat.
No. Remember, it was that other guy who wanted to not get blood on his car.
Alright, well,
The guy who may or may not be dead.
you want to grab stuff that you want to bring along with you, so we'll meet back here tomorrow, and we'll set off.
Sure. Can I leave my thing? Motorcycle here.
Right,
Okay.
that's fine.
So, what are you going to do for today then?
I was just going to get my stuff ready. And
Such
then
as?
supplies in that.
I guess I'll bring my supplies as well.
Such as?
Blackjack.
Well, you know, some clothes, some booze, the Thompson.
Some booze, eh?
I was bringing like the first
Okay.
aid kit that I carry around with my needles and my suture kit and stuff.
Fair enough.
And I'll bring my flashlight as well.
I should probably bring my lantern too. That's a good point.
And blackjack, which I don't know. I guess I'll put that in a bag somewhere.
I'm generally bringing what I've got listed down. The only thing I'm only going to take one salt shaker. I think 2 is a bit much.
Okay, nice.
He will come to regret this later.
So,
I will, of course.
Is anybody taking weapons with them or walking around with them?
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, I got a blackjack, which is basically
Well,
a club. And I got
I have a
I'm
whole.
bringing my
holstered
12-gauge
pistol.
pump shotgun.
You're just gonna carry it.
You can store it in the car.
It goes in my Buick.
No, fair enough. If it's in the trunk of the car, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm going to...
I drove with it from California.
Keeping my pistol holstered and concealed, but the Enfield I've got will be in a rifle bag.
Okay, nice.
I'm also going to bring a ham. I have a pinch of ham.
No, fair enough. You bring a ham.
It's thoughtful.
Yeah.
He's just looting the hotel for its food supplies.
I have a prediction for 3 hours in the future. That ham is going to save the day. I don't know
And
how.
be delicious. Boston ham.
Indeed. So, you're ready to go on the 3-hour trip to Arkham? Who's driving?
The guy who owns the car.
I'm not going to let anyone else drive my car.
Fair enough. Drive on, sir. It's a fairly uneventful trip up to Arkham. Traffic is fairly good. You make good time. You're there about 4 p.m. Arkham is a small rural town, basically. Probably a bit larger. Most of it's almost half of it's taken up by the university campus, which town has sort of been built around almost. After actually, make a navigation roll. Might as well make you roll this. Noah, since you're driving.
We all rolling this, or just Noah?
Well, he's driving, unless somebody's giving him directions. He's deciding where you go.
29.
Okay, that is a pass. Have a check on navigation. You find the hospital relative ease, no real problems. You even find somewhere to park.
This is St. Mary's Hospital or something, right?
This is St. Mary's Hospital you've just driven in front of.
Right, yeah, posh chap, you need on. You're our contact here.
Yep, there is an orderly at the desk as you walk up.
Yeah, I'm here to see Rupert Merriweather.
What's your relation to Mr. Merriweather?
What was my relation to him? Oh, yeah, he's a friend of my father's.
I see. Can I have your names, please?
Alright, Howard Hawker.
Okay, the orderly signs you all in. His wife and son are up there at the moment. Will you be happy to wait, or do you want to go up and see them now?
How long do you think they're likely to be?
I can possibly tell, I don't know.
It's alright if we wait for a bit and head up later if they haven't come down yet.
Fair enough. It basically gets closer to evening, and she just beckons you over. I'm afraid visiting times are almost going to be over. You'll have to come back tomorrow afternoon.
How much visiting time is there left?
It's almost 5 o'clock, and visiting time's 1 to 5 for non-family.
So it's almost 5. Well, can we just go quickly then?
Could leave a note.
Say our greetings.
Well, it's a bit unusual. You're not strictly speaking family.
We just want to say.
Can I show her the letter to say that he personally requested that I come to him? So it's probably something pretty important.
She looks over the letter. Well, I will send somebody up to go and see. If you would wait there a moment. She finds an intern and just sends him off. Eventually,
1920s intern.
Eventually, the intern comes back. She just calls you over. Mr. Murray, I will see you now, but I do ask that you keep it brief. He's not in a good way.
No problem.
Okay. You're led by the intern to the room. As the door is opened, you find a very elderly, thin, bedridden man with 2 visitors. One is an old woman, probably in her mid-60s, and a sneering, weasel-like man in his mid-30s. Ah, yes, you'll be Howard. You have your father's eyes. Ah, yes, you finally arrived. It is good to see you.
Yeah, I came on as soon as I could.
He calls over his wife. I need a moment alone with young Howard here. I'm sure you understand. Just give us a couple of moments, please. The wife is in tears, but it just nods and leaves out. The son just sneers at you angrily and walks out with her. The door is then closed behind you.
I give him the middle finger as he walks out. Behind his back, of course.
I'm afraid I don't have a lot of time. This is vitally important.
I'm listening.
In many ways, I should not have put it off so long. But the illness, it's crept up and has kept me from doing what I must. Oh, we were so foolish back then. So very foolish. He begins coughing.
Can I help him out?
Make a medicine roll.
I dab my eyes a little.
Pass. 38.
Okay, have a check on medicine. He is extremely ill. You don't know exactly what he's got offhand. You've only just basically arrived. You haven't made a full investigation, but you would guess he's on death's door.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not got longer than a week or 2 at best. Darn illness. Came upon me 2 years ago. It's a wasting disease of the body. Cancer, I think they called it. In my youth, I was a student of the Miskatonic University. Me and my friends, we became involved in innocent exploration of the occult.
Where's Zelly?
Jesus.
We were led by one of my elder friends, Marion Allen. We purchased a farmhouse. Well, I purchased a farmhouse, actually. It's a few miles west of Arkham, a village of Ross's Corners, where we would conduct seances and other psychic research in privacy. Most of it was just experimenting. We weren't expecting anything to happen, but the last experiment, He pauses and just looks slightly distantly at this point. We summoned it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What did you summon?
He shakes visibly, and he has a few shivers and convulsions at this, shutting his eyes at this point as well. I don't know. But we should have just tried to expel it straight away. But something went wrong. The one of us disrupted the pentagram. It broke free. We ran. We knew the wards we'd set on the place would keep it confined there. Foolishly, we thought that was it. We knew it couldn't escape, but I learned before this disease took me that with the death of Cecil, it only lasts while one of us lives. We all made the binding. When the last of us dies, the wards on the house will be gone.
Do you know how to seal it away again?
You're not sure whether he thoroughly heard you again at this point. I am the last of the group, and if I die, the thing will be free.
Do you know how to seal it?
It tore poor Rupert up in half when he broke the pentagram. It would make mincemeat of everything if it escaped. He gestures weakly to something on the nightstand. Take the box.
Alright, look over there.
All the aid I can offer you lies in there.
Thank you.
You must send it back where it come. You must do what I could not. Do this for me.
I will.
Hang it there. We'll do this.
Who's anybody grab the box?
Yeah, I went for it.
Okay. The description of it. As you take it, he is hit by a sudden spasm and coughs up a huge gout of blood, splattering you as you grab the box. Everybody make a sanity check.
Fail.
I'm sorry, but that's kind of funny.
Oh, I passed, thank God.
I failed.
Connor?
I'm trying to find the D100. I don't know where it went.
Oh, no, wait, sorry, I failed. Damn.
I failed.
Everybody who fails loses a point of sanity.
That was
I'm off a good start.
He's still convulsing.
Can I try and
God,
stabilize
someone
him?
help him!
Okay,
Yes!
you're going to try and help him.
Are you
I'm
gonna?
gonna-
I'm helping him. You get someone.
I run out and try to get some orderlies or something.
Despite my sanity, I'm going to hold back laughing at Howard.
Okay, make a first aid roll, Dylan.
Pass 70.
Okay. Eventually, a group of nurses and orderlies, interns, and other people just rush in there, along with the wife and son. You are asked to leave immediately.
Alright, I'll leave. I'll take the box with me.
Okay, you have the box. Spot hidden from everybody.
Spot hidden.
I passed.
I failed.
Whoops, I hit the reset button. button. I passed 22.
Okay.
I failed.
You notice that the son was looking at you as you left, and he noticed the box. But either way, he doesn't follow you. It doesn't follow you out at this stage.
Okay.
Okay, so you're in the corridor outside the room.
Well,
So, sounds like we got quite the task ahead of us then.
Yeah, so that got busy, right? I mean, the occult? What is all this nonsense?
yeah, don't
Right.
call it nonsense
Right.
just yet, because
Yeah, don't.
Don't knock it till you try it, man.
for the love of God, I will shoot you.
In the leg,
Or
of
you
course.
will be shot.
Come on, right, so we need to go and find somewhere to look at this box. Somewhere out of public eye.
We'll have to rent somewhere, I guess.
A hotel?
Yeah, we have to rent out a hotel because.
Well, I'm staying in a
no.
hotel.
You,
Just rent one goddamn... Let's just go into a hotel and look what's in this fucking box.
Okay, so you're going to go and find a motel.
Yeah.
yeah, because we're going to be staying
Or
at the house this
aquatics.
time.
Okay, you're able to find a reasonably cheap motel. And you renting a couple of rooms?
Well, I'm leaving
We
my
could
room.
be here for a few days, so
Is it like
I
bed-
recommend renting rooms.
Was it one of those with like 2 split beds? This is totally what obviously.
I couldn't really make that out. Sorry, Snoopy.
I said, is it 1 bed per room?
There could be two. There are 2 beds per room.
Well, I'm gonna rent a room, and if it's got another bed, someone can just split the cost.
Okay.
So he says you got 2 rooms then.
Okay, so you have 2 rooms.
Alright. We'll get in one of them and we'll open up the box.
Okay, you've opened up the box. Inside, you find a yellowed envelope. And a small sarcophagus-shaped gold box of an ancient design. You also find a slim journal bound in leather.
Is it human flesh?
You don't believe so?
Well, that's a relief.
I'm gonna see if I can have a quick grab of the journal and have a look through.
Okay. Let me just do this. He's having a skim through it for the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a quick skim through to see if I recognise anything.
Okay. Make a sanity check.
Oh, Jesus. I failed.
Okay. You lose 2 points of sanity, as it explains strange and unusual occult rituals.
Guys.
You reckon it would take you four hours to read the book fully?
I showed the book to the room, or to the people in the room. This
We'll be
shit.
together.
Okay.
So, what's the other stuff? Guys.
Alright, I'll take the envelope out then.
Okay. Have you read the book that he's just shown to all of you, or just...
Well, I don't imagine we can read the book because he's just like showing it to us. Unless
Okay.
is he explaining what's in it?
Yeah, I just
Imagine.
sort of say it looks occult. Some weird shit in there. I just
Where's,
shrug.
where's
Okay.
Marcus?
Alright. The envelope contains a yellowing bit of paper which you notice a deed to a house in Ross's Corners. It also has a small key as well.
Oh, another fucking house.
Of course, there's got to be a house. He told you there was a house.
I thought he said a shed. Oh god.
He bought a
Why
small
is it
house to
just
conduct the rituals in.
Why can't any of these guys get more original and do it in like a public square, well lit?
Because then people will notice what they're doing.
I mean, these things are strictly illegal.
What was the last item? This is
An ornate... let me just find it. A small sarcophagus-shaped gold box of ancient design.
how small are we speaking?
I'm just trying to remember what's in it here. Bear with. Annoyingly, it doesn't seem to say what's in the box. Sorry, this is something I should really have looked up. I didn't have a lot of time to read this one quickly.
Oh, that's fine.
And What comes in inside? There we go. Okay, the ornate box opens easily but is empty. Can you roll the highest of history or archaeology? Let me know which one you have rolled.
All of us, or just him?
Just him for looking at it at the moment.
History or archaeology, so
Yeah, whichever one of yours is better.
my history, dude. And what we did,
Yeah.
after. Yeah, I thought. There's nothing in this box. What is this, guys?
Did you say you failed the history check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it valuable? Looks kind of valuable.
Why do I have a feeling we shouldn't give you anything?
Hey, you can trust me.
He's worth
There
in
are
the
a
box
load
to
of
thief.
odd writings on the inside of the box, but you have no idea what they might be.
They're like hieroglyphic.
History or archaeology done.
Okay. History's better by default, right? Yeah. Failed by 2 points.
You
Thanks.
vaguely recall seeing them somewhere before in old history books. You're not 100% sure.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to pick up that journal. I'm going to read, I guess. 'Cause I can't work
Okay,
out-
so you're going to actually go and read the journal.
Yeah.
Okay, this will take you 4 hours to fully read it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
gonna work with him on it.
You can only read it one at a time.
Okay.
Cramping my style.
Okay, what are the rest of you going to do while he's reading that?
I'm gonna look for a radio and listen to it.
Can I find a map to find out where this town is?
Yep, okay, you can work out where it is. Noah?
And how far it's gonna be?
I'm gonna go chat up the lady at the front desk.
Actually,
So
I'm
how
gonna look-
about you instead? Go out and
Hey.
do some research.
I'm gonna look to see if there's a coffee shop in the town.
I'd imagine there is one somewhere. There's loads of students around. It's a student town, basically.
I guess I'll go get a cup of coffee.
Hey, why don't you two?
That's like the least useful thing we could do.
Why don't you two go and do some research on this house?
Oh,
Well, you don't know a lot about it at this stage.
Say, we've got the deed here. You know
What do you
where
want
it is. Go and reek on it. I mean, sorry. This isn't a
I tried to-
suggestion. Go and reek on it, or I'm going to shoot you in the leg.
Whoa.
Okay, so you're going to go out in
all
the
your
evening and
friends so
try and
nice,
find...
Howard?
Oh, sorry.
He's actually quite nice. He's just perhaps not showing it.
If you try to shoot me in the leg, I will shoot you back.
Like you did already.
I'm just gonna stand over here.
You
There might
got
be
in my way the
bad
first
blood
time.
between those two.
You shot me, and they got the
You got in the way.
Okay, I'm not going to stop reading my book, but I'm going to put out my gun and put it on my lap.
Okay.
Yeah, you have fun with that. We'll go do something after I get my coffee.
Get a coffee, go and scout the bloody house.
Okay. So
I'll
the three of you-
drive. Let's
the three of
go.
you get coffee, and you are driving to Ross's Corners.
So we know where it is. How far is it to drive?
I thought we're in a motel in the area, aren't we?
You're in a
Yeah.
hotel in Arkham. It's a few miles outside of town, Ross's Falls. Ross's Corners, rather.
Okay.
But it won't take you longer than an hour, half hour to get there. Not even that, really.
Grab some coffee, hit up the realtor's office, maybe look at there for some more information.
That's probably we'll take the deed in that with us.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. You arrive in the town of Ross's Corners. You know the house is a little outside of it, but you've arrived at the town.
So do they have realtors? Do they have a real estates?
Not here. Ross's Corners looks like an old retired farming community, really. A few tired buildings, most of them poorly maintained or in decline. There's a church, a combination general store, post office, gas station. And not a lot else, to be honest.
Well, our best bet looks like the post office then. They'll at least have the address.
Possibly, yeah.
But did the deed not have the address?
Okay.
They would have more information about the address. Perhaps whether they've been delivering any mail in the last 10 years. I don't know.
You notice yourself, the group of three of you, as you go through town, you're getting a lot of odd looks from some of the townsfolk.
Why are they thinking about? I'm trying to figure that out.
Psychology roll.
Psychology. Failed.
Okay. Now, you're not 100% sure why. They're just being rude, perhaps.
I'm just gonna give them a glare as we go by in the car.
Man, people around here are not quite as friendly as they are back in California.
Yeah, not used to city folk, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't have worn my most flamboyant sunglasses.
Well, it is summertime in Boston.
Yeah, we started this in winter, I think.
You did. You did 5 months since then.
That's true.
So,
Well-
what are you going to do in town?
Well, we'll check post office first. And
Okay.
then we'll head out to the house, I guess.
Okay. Let me just find a thing. You see a middle-aged man who's basically in charge of the post office, combination general store, gas station, etc.
Mm-hmm. Is he also a sheriff/fire station?
He doesn't appear to be a sheriff, or if he is, you don't know about that. He shoots you a look as you enter. What do you want, strangers?
Well, you see, we...
Well, if you don't know what you want, then get out. You don't like your kind here.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa.
Don't you woe me.
I gotta
Get in,
jump
get what you
here.
want, and get out. Or you just get out.
See-
Your choices.
We'll get right out of here as fast as we possibly can, sir, but we just need to find out one little piece of information first. There's this property that we're looking into.
I've got no information
Go on.
I want to tell the likes of you. Now
Well,
buy something or
see,
get out.
you know-
You can make a fast talk roll to try and
I would like to make a
ask
fast
a question,
talk.
but it'll be a fast talk roll. So
Do
what
we
are you
all
going to be
roll?
trying to do with that?
I'm trying to convince him that we'll get right out of his hair as if he gives us one little piece of information about the building.
Okay, make a fast
I
talk roll.
passed as well.
Oh, you passed.
I passed.
What did you get?
30.
Put a check on fast talk.
Okay.
Okay. He sighs deeply. Fine. Make it quick.
So we've got this deed here, and we're looking into this property for an old friend. We just want to make sure there's nothing we need to know before we head out there. Maybe
He looks at the deed and almost quizzly. So you're the owners, huh? Nobody's lived there in not 30 years. That still makes you strangers, by the way.
we're just here to check it out for a friend. He lived here about what was it, Howard? 10 years ago, he said.
30 years ago. No, I mentioned what he said.
30 years ago. 30 years ago. And he just want to make sure his property's still okay.
I'm just checking
after
the
all this
actual,
time.
I'm
It's been
checking
a
the
while.
actual dates before I go too much further with this. Sorry. Bear with.
Sure.
I should really have said 40 years ago, but don't worry.
Okay.
But he still said 30, but either way, it's 40 actually.
Ah.
But you don't know that yet, so there. Alright. All I know is it's just an abandoned property on the edge of some small farm. Nobody's lived there in yonks.
Any mail came for it that we might need to pick up for our friend?
No, even before the last owner bought it, it was a decrepit old thing. It's just a building on the edge of town. It's not significant to anything.
Well, anybody get in our way if we go out and take a look? Bro?
You're on the deed. As long as you don't cause any trouble.
No chance of that.
Last thing we need strangers around here causing trouble.
No, we're not here to cause trouble.
You better not. Now, you buying anything or are you getting out?
What does he have on sale?
It's a general store, so you can buy it. You can buy
Got any coffee?
you can buy some salt here if you wanted.
You have any coffee back there, mister?
I might have.
Give you $1 for some coffee.
Well, okay then. He brings up $8 worth of coffee on the counter for you. Pleasure doing business with you. Now
I'm gonna
get
see
out.
if he has
Get out of his hair.
Does he have a lighter?
Yeah, you can pick up a lighter for a few cents.
Alright, I'll buy one of them.
Has he got some batteries?
Not really.
Okay. I haven't actually used any yet. I still have 8 spare batteries on me.
Your flashlights are fine. You barely use them, so
I know. I haven't used it at all.
it is getting quite dark.
Oh yeah,
if you
we
wanna-
set out like after like 6.
I mean, it is summer. It is now approaching summer, but it's now starting to get a bit dark.
Well, I suggest we waste no time, gentlemen.
Do we know?
All right.
So we know. Do you know where the house is? Essentially.
Oh, we got the address right here on the deed.
He did say it was on a farm in the edge of town, too.
Yeah.
It won't take you too far to walk out there. He points the way vaguely to you.
Right, let's head out then. I'm not sure I want to go inside the house yet.
Yeah, we've had bad...
As you
That's
leave,
not
you see a fairly young woman just approach the three of you. She then stops as she realizes you're not who she thought you were, and pauses briefly.
Well, hello there, beautiful.
I'm gonna lower...
She ignores that comment for the most part.
I'm gonna take off my hat
You haven't
and
seen a
say
little
good
girl
evening.
around, have you? About 12?
Oh, sorry, what?
What?
Oh, never mind. She walks off.
Did anyone catch what she was saying?
Well,
Something about 12?
She asked you about have you seen little girl around 12? She looked a little
okay.
Psychology check to check on it, but
Right, I didn't actually hear what you said.
yeah, alright, in that case, no worries. But she asked whether you'd seen a little girl around 12.
So she mistook us for a little girl.
No, but she might have mistook you for somebody she knew, this being a small town and all that.
I don't think it requires a psychology check to see she's not that crazy.
No. Also, she might have been shocked at the view of strangers in town.
That seems suspicious in itself.
What? They don't like strangers, or the fact there's a little girl of 12 gone missing?
Well, both, but...
It is a town in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
and this one doesn't even have the nice properties and a millionaire living in it to appeal to it.
I'll just shout after her that, hey, if we spot her, we'll send her your way.
Whatever that way happens to be.
Well, indeed. She
We'll figure that out if that's necessary. Howard.
Well, if we found the child, I imagine we could just ask the child where she lived and bring her back, but...
There you go. Voice of wisdom.
Okay, so what are you going to do now? You're going to go out to the house?
Yeah.
May as well.
Do you want to drive or do you want to walk?
It's not that far from what you've
May
been
as
told.
well walk.
Well, I have a shotgun in the trunk.
You could drive the car up there, but it's not all that far.
Okay,
Alright,
well,
so you don't mind spending your fuel money.
you know. What's a car for?
Okay, fair enough. You drive up. Let's see. You find a road which runs north out of town, and it's oh, alright. So about a mile out of town, you find the house in the small farm area which was mentioned. It sits on top of a small hill. It's visible from the road, about 100 yards. It's just visible. Sorry, I'm not reading the description properly at this point. Which would be it. 18th century salt box design with a high peaked roof and windows sealed by sagging shutters. It's a single story building.
Right.
And has a windowless attic overhead.
Wow, what a dump.
Yeah, that's what the guy said. So it's pretty decrepit, right?
Fairly, yeah. There seems to be there are two doors leading in a front and the back door.
Do we want to head in?
The back door is unlatched and has a gap about half an inch wide.
Can I roll a spot
hidden? Okay.
Because I have a
you roll a
bad
spot
feeling.
hidden.
All right. I pass with a 17.
Your attention is drawn to a recently dead raccoon lying in knee-high grass. It's got a large hole in its breast, which is stained with clotted blood. Almost like large holes must have been chewed into it.
Hey, Howard, come look at this.
Okay. I'm not a vet, you know.
Yeah, but what do you think did that?
Natural history check.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is going to be good at this.
Natural history. Oh boy.
Yeah, fail.
Fail.
Okay, you both you have no idea. Could just be a wild animal or something.
I mean, that'd be the most logical.
It's a dead raccoon.
Yeah.
I say that coon must have pissed off the other coons. That's my guess.
Are raccoons cannibalistic?
Okay, I have no idea.
Any port in a storm, right? Cryptic one-liners for the win.
It is now getting very dark.
Alright,
I don't like this. Maybe we should head back.
Well, we know where the place is, and there's nobody here. Yeah.
Let's see if ex-soldier McGee has driven himself mad.
You
Yeah.
said, can I close up the door again?
Yeah, you can close up the door.
Alright, I'll close up the door and see it opens again tomorrow.
Okay.
While we're walking around the house back to the car, I want to look in the windows that we pass, see if there's anything I need to see.
There's sagged shutters, but you can just about make out into the house. It just doesn't seem to be anything unusual there, but it's a bit dark to tell. But you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Alright, so I've re-latched up the door, right?
Well, you have the key. Did you lock it?
Yeah.
Okay, you locked the door.
So it's no longer got a little bit opening.
Yeah, no, you closed and locked the door.
Right, okay.
Anyone want some ham? I got some ham.
When we get
It's
back to
not
the
time
hotel.
for the ham to be the hero yet.
When we get back to the hotel, why not?
Okay,
It's like 6 p.m. We're hungry for dinner.
heading back to the motel. I'm now going to read you a lot of things, which
Is this from the
which
book?
you've gleaned from this book.
Yeah.
But as a plus side, you've gained a point of Cthulhu Mythos.
That's a plus side, Danny.
Oh, for me, sorry.
Yep, you've gained a point of Cthulhu Mythos from reading the book.
Yeah.
You have a chance to understand what the heck's actually going on.
I'm at 5% now, jeez.
Oh dear God, you have a very good. You have almost have a grasp on it.
I have 0. I just don't know what's going on around here.
I have not a
you've gleaned
clue.
the following bits of information, and there's a lot of it coming. So apologies if this is all exposition for the next few minutes. It's a group of 6 friends who playfully call themselves the Dark Brotherhood. Held their first meeting in this early spring of 1881. Rupert Merriweather became the recording secretary. The members are numbered 6, including Marion Allen, the founder and leader of the 6. In June of 1881, they purchased an old farmhouse outside Ross's Corners, a place where they could conduct experiments in privacy. Representing themselves as a student literary fraternity, they cleaned and furnished the place while Marion Allen carved special warding signs over the wooden doors and windows. At the time, all of them were amused by his paranoia about this. They conducted a series of experiments, innocent and apparently ineffective attempts to contact the spirit world. They are detailed, but in their attempts, but ultimately they were unsuccessful. There's an entry, which I'm going to read in a moment, dated February 1882, which notes the acquisition of an Egyptian artifact, described as a small sarcophagus of gold with a hinged lid. Inside was a piece of amber entrapping a specimen of some unknown species of arthropod. Allen was apparently excited about this, and it corresponds to a description of a reference he found in the Miskatonic University Library, a book known as De Vermis Mysteries. An explanation of some. Apparently, that book had an explanation of the powers of the box. The small animal trapped in the amber was supposed to contain a friendly spirit and guide to the spirit world. They conducted a date to conduct the ceremony and intended to summon the spirit creature. The next entry is the following. March 1882. We began the ceremony as Marion instructed. According to that described in his book, De Vermis Mysteries, a fire is set in the fireplace and a pentagram chalked on the floor, marked with appropriate symbols and illuminated by black tapers placed near the centre, flanking the piece of amber with the entrapped spirit. The others sit in a circle, while I, the designated watcher who guards for malevolent spirits, sit in the far corner of the room. Marion throw a handful of powder into the fire, producing an evil-smelling smoke and dampening the flames, which now burn with a glittering of green and brown. Those seated then began the Latin chant, which Marion Allen transcribed from the book. After nearly 2 hours, we saw a trail of smoke circling up from the amber. The surface was bubbling, melting. We finally see success. I can see a form. The diary entry then sort of trails off at this point. The next entry is the next day. We have finished our plans and sworn a pact never to speak of what happened last night. We have satisfactorily explained the death of Robert, and in some manner the madness of Harold. The sheriff accepts the explanation of a carriage accident. We planned it well. Robert's neck was broken in the fall, we told him. Harold struck his head on the rock when the horse's leg broke and the carriage rolled. Would it be that it was only that? For the rest of us, we will be changed forever by what we experienced last night. The thing in the centre of the pentagram, shapeless, almost invisible. The voice should have given us a clue, but we were foolish. It spoke something, and Marion then cast the powder on the spirits, the dust of Ibn Ghazi, he calls it, and we could see it. I cannot describe the faceless thing with 1,000 mores. It roiled and bubbled, never fully revealing itself. So terrifying as it was, I just sat frozen to the floor, pen falling from my nervous fingers. Cecil and Marion seemed lifeless as I, while a short, sharp cry issued from Crawford's mouth. Robert, however, rose to his feet and before anyone could stop him, stepped forward as though to embrace the thing. With his arms, or appendages that looked like arms, it took hold of Robert and twisted his head off, like it was a doll's head. Life of his course was then thrown back in Harold's lap, and that's when he began that damnable shrieking. Shrieking hadn't stopped even when we handed him over to the sheriff. We still had a chance, apparently. Marion now believes if we'd have kept our wits, we could have reversed the chance and eventually forced back the creature from whence it came. But Crawford panicked, and mistakenly believing that it would dispel the creature, reached forward and destroyed part of the pentagram, breaking its effectiveness. Reaching that symbol, the thing, with a screech that could only have been unholy satisfaction, fled the house, disappearing out a window as a roaring, screaming wind of boiling colours. Marion believes the thing would still be destroyed, or at least dispelled, but none of us who remain here have a stomach for such an undertaking. It is believed that the spell we cast inextricably binds the thing to the house, and it is true that when we came back a few days later to read our things, we heard it bumping around in the attic over our heads. The warding signs so cheerfully carved by Marion Allen during better times, seems so long ago now, apparently are still working. and bar the entry except into the attic. The next thing written down are the names of the Dark Brotherhood and dates. Robert Mencken, March 1882. Harold Copley, August 1882. Marion Allen, August 1883. Crawford Harris, January 1915. Cecil Jones, March 1920. Rupert Merriweather, no date written. There is a small newspaper cutting which has been attached as well on the next page, which has a clipping from a newspaper. You can't tell which one. The body of Mr. Marion Allen, late of Arkham, Massachusetts, was discovered early this morning near the Gulf and Panama docks. A victim of foul play, the man was identified by local witnesses who said that Mr. Allen had been seen in the locale the evening before. Although robbery was a apparent motive, police report the victim's tongue had been cut out. Marion Allen had reputedly gone to the police earlier the week, claiming he was being followed and that he feared for his life. He said shadowy pursuers were after an Egyptian artifact he no longer possessed. And the last entry is in the weaker hand and similar to the you would guess from the letter you've had before. It's from Rupert Merriweather himself. I gravely fear that which I and my colleagues have loosed upon this countryside. Nothing of consequence has yet taken place, but with my death the bonds will be broken. It is certain. Lives and souls not yet taken already lie heavy on my conscience. The method of delivering the thing out of this world still lies in that accursed house. Translation from Marion Allen from the horrid de Vermes mysteries. I am not strong enough to take on the task, but I know perhaps those who are. And should they fail, God have mercy on us all. That's the end of the diary.
Well then.
Sorry, there was a lot there.
That's pretty good. That's pretty fucking grim.
That is actually really good.
What were the names of all the people? I didn't quite get them all down.
Robert Mencken, Harold Copley, Marion Allen, Crawford Harris, Cecil Jones, and of course Rupert Merriweather, who gave you the assignment.
Yeah.
But at this point, you've read the book and they've returned. It's now quite late in the evening.
Hey.
I suppose I should probably holster my weapon. The other is I'm just going to give them the rundown, the TLDR.
Yep.
About just what they've done in this house. But the one thing that is intriguing me is this book, the Vermes Mysteries.
Vermes Mysteries.
Yeah. And basically, guys, it seems this book might be the way to winning this.
Would you know where we could even find it?
Well, it would seem the university, since they all registered in the university itself, if I recall right. They all attended, possibly.
Could I make
just so because it was mentioned in the library, it corresponds to a reference volume in the Miskatonic University Library.
Does the Miskatonic Library, do you even know what it is?
Yeah, it's a library in the university. You could presumably still go there.
Okay, so
it's a bit late in the evening for it now, but you probably could have a go.
Shadow, can I make an idea roll?
It depends what. Well, if you need to make it, I normally call it off. What
I know.
What the idea roll to do?
Just to see if my character would make the connection between that many mouths on the creature and the raccoon.
No, there's no way of knowing whether that was.
Okay.
That could have easily just been,
All right,
fox
fair
or
enough.
something that you've scared off. You don't know.
Fair enough.
You don't know enough about it, unfortunately.
All right.
Yeah, basically relayed all that, taking as much time as it needs.
Okay, it's about 9 PM now.
Yeah, I look towards the group. So what do you think? They've unleashed a fucking monster. They want us to fix it.
Well, we're good at doing that, right? I think. Maybe.
Is this sort of thing normal for you guys?
We definitely should make up for last time.
Yeah, probably.
Let's just say we're a bit like paranormal investigators.
Not
Really? Because last time we were more like run for our lives.
Yeah, because that worked.
Well, I mean, paranormal
Swear to
investigators
God.
is like sounds like an actual job.
I swear to God, if this place has a sheriff in, I'm shooting first.
No! Don't shoot first.
Don't shoot second either, probably.
Probably not. No, don't do it.
What do you
So,
guys think?
like, I don't know anything about this, obviously, but is this like, do I need to go buy like silver bullets?
No,
I don't know.
don't be ridiculous.
Silver bullets.
Cross-shaped
They-
throwing stars?
The only thing it's like the book actually mentions is that dust of even Gazi.
The dust of Ibn Ghazi, which,
gonna pull out
which
this-
rendered it visible.
We should probably see if we can find out about that at the university as well.
If you didn't get salt
Probably.
again, Jesus Christ, that would be handy. I've got salt right here. They even put out a
I
salt.
don't think we can rely on it being salt.
I'd give Connor a free chemistry roll here, but salt is not the power of Ibn Ghazi, whatever that is.
It's not the same stuff.
Okay, well,
I
we
will,
know
Well, it
this-
I will
sounds
give
foreign.
Connor a free chemistry roll here,
Alright.
based on things that were transposed from the book. As long I'll say it's half chemistry for the moment because you haven't read it personally yourself. It's just what you remember of him.
Alright.
So your half chemistry roll.
Alright. Unfortunately, I did not pass.
Okay, no worries.
So what we do know is this little box is definitely Egyptian. So that,
Well,
You also
shipped
know
in
that
from
somebody was
Egypt.
killed for it.
Yeah, we should probably keep this box a secret.
I
should
studied Middle
probably
Eastern
keep it
trade
on
back in
us.
school, so
we should probably keep the box on us. That's for sure.
In the car?
No, I mean as it's only small.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's only a small box. It's a box. It's a small thing within the other box that you were given. So
Okay.
So what we need to do is we need to go to the library. And there's some lettering on the back of this small sarcophagus thing. We need to see if
make an idea roll at this point.
me.
You and also Howard.
I pass.
You remember symbols as being possibly Egyptian, though you don't know the subject well enough to have any clue what it says. But you think that it's definitely Egyptian.
Can I do like one of those things where you do like a rubbing of the symbols?
It's a bit awkward to do, but I just don't see any reason why you couldn't make a rubbing of the interior.
here's a pencil.
Smart idea.
Okay. You have a rubbing of the interior, and it comes out reasonably well.
Okay.
So I think we've got. What are we doing tomorrow? Let's do this plan now instead of fucking about tomorrow.
They learn eventually.
Okay, well, we got all these things I feel like we could find out at the university. Probably. I don't imagine normal libraries are really going to have something for identifying hieroglyphs. If these are, in fact, just hieroglyphs.
Let's put it like
You also
this.
know they found the book that was mentioned in the
Yeah.
reference from that library. So
Yeah, I was just about to say, they found this book to do some sort of occult shit in that same library. So I think we're gonna find something in there.
Probably.
We
We
can.
do also
I'm-
know, though, that this last guy's on death's door. We don't want to make sure that we're like watching this place in case he dies and things go south.
That's why we need to do this fast.
That's exactly. Yeah, I would agree, and I'm very intrigued by this dust stuff that you mentioned.
I mean, you'd heard what it did to that guy. I don't know what we're going to do to it if it does get out.
So I know this is gonna sound
Run
crazy,
away.
but I think we should.
Shotgun?
all sleep- I think we should
We
all
could
sleep
try.
in the same room and post a watch.
we're playing
Here?
Dungeons and Dragons again.
Surely not a risk here in a motel
He
3
mentioned
miles away.
Did you not hear what I said about some guy getting his tongue cut out after being hunted for the same box?
Yeah, he did mention that.
I did notice someone was keeping an eye on us at the hospital. Though he probably would have made a grab for it if he was
Uh,
after.
Oh, Creepy McJr.? Doogie
Not
McJunior?
not his
Yeah,
son. It wasn't his son.
Let's put this.
Well, he was never introduced as his son. You guess he might be. He's the right sort of age for it, but he never actually gave you his name or a description. All it was mentioned was a wife he was talking to, actually.
Oh, okay.
There's
When
four
did-
of us.
As I say, you could guess he was the right age and he might be his son, but you were
When
never
did
told
the
that.
nurse say his son and wife were visiting him?
That's
I
what
think
I
that might have been
remember.
said, actually. Yeah, okay, no worries.
Of course, she could be also under a misconception.
So are we going out tonight to the library, or are we going to be resting?
It's now about 9:30. You might want to wait till morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed after eating this ham.
No, you fool! The ham could have saved you.
There's a lot of ham. I can have one slice of the ham. Just take a little bit of ham.
Okay,
It's
you have,
slight-
in that car.
Less effective now.
you have a slightly less effective ham.
It's now a 9/10 of a ham.
He's going to ration it.
Yeah, so does anyone want to study this book before? And we're going to get up nice
It would
and
take you
early.
about 4 hours to read it, actually.
I don't know if I really have anything else to gain from reading through it from what you've described, so...
Okay, well, I only gave you the summary, so it's up to you guys if you want to read, otherwise I'm just going to put it
Well,
on.
either way, can you add the Dark Brotherhood Diaries to your books list then?
Yeah, I'll put it in.
Yeah,
mine.
just so I know somebody's got it. And 4 hours is in brackets because that's how long it takes to read. But you already have read it.
Well, if you guys really want to post a watch, I can take the first one. Anybody mind if I go grab a shower first?
Sure.
Alright, go ahead.
It's only
All
9
right.
o'clock.
Okay. So, you're
Rub-a-dub-dub.
you're on the first watch. Can I have a listen roll and a spot hidden roll from you?
Oh, Lord. Okay. Listen.
Actually, I'll
I
roll these.
failed.
I'll actually look at your character sheet and roll these for you. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Never mind that.
You promised to keep him a secret.
Okay. What's it? Okay. So you spot nothing out of the ordinary on the first 4 hours.
I'll take second.
Okay.
Dropped a penny.
You found a penny. Hurrah.
Hey, that's my penny.
All right, I'll give you the finding a penny, but you don't hear or note anything as dawn breaks.
Right. Who's going next?
I guess I'll take the third.
Why are we not letting the soldier?
Oh, why does the soldier keep watch for?
Because the soldier was fired.
Connor.
Yes. Spot hidden?
Yeah, you think you saw somebody watching the building from the shadows, but it could just be your imagination on that one. But you thought you saw somebody staring at the at your window as you were looking out. But when you blink, he's gone.
Huh. I'm gonna get up and go tell everyone this.
Wake up! Wake up! I thought I saw somebody in the street.
No,
Bacon.
you know what?
Bacon?
There was someone.
Oh god,
Maybe
there's tentacles!
someone. What?
Uh-huh.
Grab my gun and run to the window. Oh god, not again!
You see no tentacles.
Oh, thank god. I still have nightmares about that night. Reading that book.
Are you alright?
Flashbacks.
You feeling tired, man? You just need someone to take over?
Kid, look.
I stare out the
I
window.
don't-
I do not care.
I don't know if he's going to get back to sleep at this point. He has to
I-
finish us.
I don't know if it was my imagination or not, but I thought for just half a second I saw someone watching the building.
Right, yeah. We're keeping a watch going until this is over.
Yeah,
Well, seeing as you're not going to
Seeing
bed,
as it's morning now, pretty much.
Yeah, like, we need to get going.
It's early morning, but still morning.
I'm just saying, it might be my fault, but we didn't organise this watch very well. I think about that tonight. Go on, rise and sun. Ladies, let's go.
Okay, so all four of you are heading over to the Miskatonic University Library.
Alright. Are you carrying the...
I was asking,
Benny.
actually, if you are or not.
I'm
So,
going.
Benny, you're carrying the
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
box. Yeah.
So, guys, I know we're in a hurry, but that diner's got a special on the 2 eggs with bacon.
I'm not even going to disagree this time. I think we should probably spend 10 minutes having breakfast.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we should probably go to breakfast.
Yep, I would skip over this, but do you have breakfast? Yep.
All right.
Coffee.
We'll drive off.
His response:
I'll try
nothing,
this.
nothing Cthulhu-ish is stalking you while you have breakfast.
This diner is secure.
Or is it? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I don't know. The eggs look awfully slimy.
First thing,
Well, at least you didn't go out for Chinese.
I think
I'll
they
eat direct.
just... I think that's the chef is using too much grease, to be honest.
And so,
He didn't use enough salt.
Anyway,
Oh man, can I borrow some salt, man?
you can steal the salt shaker if you really want to.
right, shall we get to the library, guys, before I end up shooting us all?
Will steal. Huh?
Okay.
That might be a good idea.
You arrive at the library just as a couple of the librarians are opening it. You're a little keen, aren't you, today? Yeah, she beckons you in. You eventually do. It is a huge building. There are at least 400,000 volumes of books in this library. It is
Jesus.
huge.
H. Fucking Christ.
Well, damn.
I'm in a fucking clown car.
So, there are various sections of the library, but this is far beyond what you were imagining. You could find anything in here, you reckon?
Okay, let's split up.
If you want to ask
So,
someone...
what exactly are you looking for?
Got any books in Latin that
Well,
aren't
I'm
law
gonna-
books?
I'm gonna look for anything on that mysterious powder stuff that was
I'll
mentioned.
be right back.
So you're going to do a library's roll for looking for Ibn Ghazi powder.
Yep.
You sure we just want to ask someone about this? Before we spend like
Make
10
a
minutes?
library's roll for yourself. Library use is typically 4 hours.
Library use. 51, so I failed. I have 25.
Okay. Failure is not necessarily a problem with this one, it just means it might take longer.
It'll take longer, yeah.
What are you doing, Connor?
I'm looking for the Avangazi
Yeah,
stuff.
sorry, Dylan. Sorry, yeah, I know what you do. Got the brain work sometimes.
Right, well, we're splitting up a little bit different stuff. I guess I'll look for... Wait, what did they say the thing was?
They didn't.
Well, they thought it was something, but it ended up being that, isn't it?
Well, they thought it was... where are we? Just finding it here. A small animal trapped in the amber to contain a friendly spirit and guide to the spirit world.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I'll look up information on what it is, but okay, I'll just look up what the book is they use then.
Are you going to try and look up the Disvermes Mysteries?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll have a library use roll from you.
54 to pass.
Okay, have a check on library use. Juan, what are you doing?
Oh,
Nothing.
he said he would be right back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, sorry, what? Sorry?
And, alright, we'll move on to Benny. What are you doing?
So I had to... Sorry, someone called me. So who's looking at what? Sorry, just...
Well, Dylan is looking up the Disvermes Mysteries, and Connor is attempting to find something about the dust of Ibn Ghazi.
I'm going to try and find... I suppose I'm going to go to the librarians and see if I can get some help to try and transcribe that, the thingy we got.
I'll pass you the Rattling Man, yeah.
Okay. Let me just find the thing for that before we go too much further with this. Okay. She has a quick look and identifies them correctly as Egyptian hieroglyphs, and points you to a relevant section of the library.